Happy Thanksgiving, friends! I just finished putting out some of my Christmas vignettes, and I wanted to come on and just share with you some of my little spots that I change out seasonally. So I'm going to start out over this way. I'm going to try not to make anyone sick by moving too fast. This is Farm Fresh cranberries, part of Stitching with the Housewives calendar crate series, and I just put some winter greenery, and that basket hangs on the back of this door. And then over here, if I can get a good, the lighting's not that great, but that's the January one. I'm going to keep up from now until probably February. And this is the calendar crates by Stitching with the Housewives. And then over here I've got Lori Holt's various blocks from her Vintage Christmas, and I just kind of put them together in my own format, and I hang a seasonal quilt on this quilt rack that my husband made me when we first got married. And then over here is one of my favorite spots. I have a vase that I fill up with different flowers or greenery of this for the season. And I'll zoom in. I have shown these on a previous Flosstube, but this is Christmas Quaker by Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I made some counting pins to go with that. And then over here I've got a 1/1 Merry Christmas sampler that was Annabella's needlework arts. And then all three of these is from Primrose Cottage: Joy to the World, Christmas Quilt, and Come Let Us Adore Him. And then down here, I have not shown this yet in my Flosstube because they weren't finished, but I did post it on Instagram. These are 3 strawberries in this little glass terrarium, and they're from Blackbird Designs Deck the Halls. I'll show these a little bit better in my next Flosstube. This will sit on my coffee table once we start using this wood burning stove for the season. But that one is on the first day of Christmas. This one is Christmas Cactus. And that one is Dancing Sugar Plums. These little trees are battery powered from Amazon. And that little Let Us Adore Him sign I got at Hobby Lobby, and I just basically use thumbtacks and hang it on there. And I'll move into the kitchen now. This isn't a Christmas vignette, but this is my honeybees vignette that I have. Mostly Stitching with the Housewives, and there's a Primrose Cottage there. Let's see if I can back up and show you. There you go. And then over here, I've got my large tiered tray. And let's see, this is decked out pretty much with Stitching with the Housewives. Candy cane coop. I wanted this to be mostly farm chickens and bees, and that is December's Trucking Along. And this one is one of my favorites, Jingle Bell Cafe. And then down here, I've got some vintage trucks that were my husband's when he was a kid. And then I've got Lori Holt's barn. I don't remember the name of the pattern, but you all know what that is. And then there was her stitch card, one of her stitch card series. I actually made a few different ones and magnetized them, and they stick on. I can change them out. Right now I've got the tractor in there. So there it's magnets and washers there in the center of the barn. Right now I've got the little red tractor. These little gingerbread cookies I got from Hobby Lobby. And I've got Gingerbread Street over there. And then coming around, I'll show you, this is my gingerbread little mini tier tray. This says Ginger Cookies. That's an adaptation from Priscilla's recipe. Back of the truck, I think, tier tray tidbit cookies. That's one of my grandfather's cookie cutters. Again, those cookies are from Hobby Lobby's ornament area. That little Christmas tree is another one of my grandfather's cookie cutters. There's a little sugar container from Hobby Lobby. A Stitching with the Housewives gingerbread pattern. That's just a little wooden rolling pin that I tied some ribbon and baking twine to, and a little cookie cutter. I think I got that from either Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Baking Spirits Bright from Stitching with the Housewives, and Sugar and Spice Cookie Company. I had a lot more that I didn't add to here. I just didn't want it to look too crowded. I wanted the stitches to really stand out. And then over here, I have my hot cocoa themed stitching vignette. So on this little antique scale, I've got, this was a tidbit. I think what I did was this is from Stitching with the Housewives. I combined two different patterns and just took the elements that I liked the best and put it on that stitch. I got that pink Santa mug at Hobby Lobby and thought this Brenda Gervais stitch would look cute in that. And this hot cocoa mug is I believe it's a Little House Needleworks pattern. And then this Holly Jolly hot cocoa bar is from Deanna Cherry Hill Stitchery. And I just put it in a red frame. And that little tiny book stack and marshmallows I got on Etsy last year. I think it's adorable. To kind of give you an idea of how big it is, you could tell by the mug. It's just such a tiny little book stack right there. And that's the hot cocoa vignette. I'm going to swing upward as I go to the last vignette that I have. Over here I've got a baking themed. This is Lori Holt's quilt. I just put various blocks together from, it's the Let's Bake quilt. It's a combination of applique and pieced blocks. And then these are the little sheep virtues that I have hanging here. I got that piece at Michael's. And then down here is the last little vignette that I wanted to share with you. This is just a little haul table. I got that Joy to the World book stack, I think at the dollar store. And there's my Blackbird Designs Merry Christmas sampler on a book. And then over here I've got the Rack Stack by Plum Street Samplers and various Lori Holt stitch card little mini ornaments. And on the back I just finished them with some just a blanket stitch, and they each have a different Christmas fabric on the back. They make a cute little bowl full right there. So those are my vignettes that I put out this year. It changes from year to year, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you post a vignette video, I would love to see yours. So please tag me, and I hope everyone enjoys their week and their Thanksgiving and their decorating. Bye-bye.